Has the war started?
This is Gone with the Wind as we last saw it on the big screen in 1989, the print in Eastman color. And today, in a print in, quote, its full Technicolor glory.
Sir, you are no gentleman.
And you, miss, are no lady.
Reissuing movies is an old industry practice, and Gone with the Wind is no exception. It was 1943, 1950, 1954, 1961, 1967, television in 1976, home video in 1985, and the 50th anniversary in 1989. Producer David O. Selznick's movie may have survived the years, but for the most part, you're dealing in memories and ghosts. As late as 1971, you could still see remnants of the sets on the old Selznick back lot in Culver City, California, including the Atlanta train station with its famous scene where Scarlett walked among the Confederate wounded. And how did they do that? How did director Victor Fleming make that high 54-second tracking shot? Well, with a construction crane to hold the Technicolor camera, a lot of extras, and a lot of dummies to fill space. The area today is an industrial park. David O. Selznick, who produced Gone with the Wind, died in 1965. It was only one of many movies he produced, but it is his most lasting legacy, and its romanticism and excesses matched his own. Selznick is buried in a suburban Los Angeles cemetery, and today you can find out more about him on the internet. You can find his professional remains at the University of Texas in Austin. This is the resting place for all the Selznick archival material. Boy, are there ghosts here.
You mean to tell me, Katie Scarlett O'Hara, that land doesn't mean anything to you? Why, land is the only thing in the world worth working for.
Kathleen, who's that? That's Red Butler.
I love you more than I've ever loved any woman. And I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
But a lot of people still do, and the passions today over Gone with the Wind deal with the color palette, the look of the movie, and whether the current release is pictorial revisionism. Is Technicolor's return to its historic dye transfer process and the look it gives Gone with the Wind the way it was, or the way it is? After all, whose color is it anyway? Ron Jarvis is president of Technicolor, and as he showed me one of the original 3-strip Technicolor cameras, the same kind that photographed Gone with the Wind, he reflected that color is very subjective.
There's a lot of people, when you restore a picture, say, well, is the picture supposed to look like it did in 1939, or should it look like what it should look like in 1998?
Jim Katz and Bob Harris take issue with that look created by Technicolor, the pair whose restoration credits include Lawrence of Arabia and Vertigo, call Gone with the Wind's 1998 look eye candy.
The current reissue of Gone with the Wind is many things. One thing that is absolutely, undeniably not is a restoration. It's a combination of Technicolor and Eastman color, carrying both the best and worst of both processes.
What Harris is really looking for is really, since he is a restoration person, a purist, he's looking for us to go back to the original negative, which we have no time right now. So I think any print manufactured today versus the 39 or 40s look is going to be slightly different.
There is another contemporary bit of magic that took place before this latest Gone with the Wind release, and that is digital restoration, both in sound and image.
This is what you're talking about. Here's a
EDS Digital Studios cleaned up some 12.5 minutes of technical imperfections, laboratory blemishes, and optical errors they say plagued the movie for years. EDS Vice President Steve Wiskasil.
Using our techniques, we first go in and take off all of the dirt, all the scratches, the gate hairs, and the red splotches. We'll show you the after here. So as you can see, the image is slightly sharper. There is color both in the sky, the clouds, and in the ground here again in the cotton field.
You say
this is just another tool. You can really alter things, couldn't you? In
Absolutely. We could take your image and place it right there in Tara with the rest of the group if we wanted to.
That's a good idea. You're eating barbecue with us, aren't you, Scarlett?
Well, I haven't thought about that yet. I'll think about that tomorrow.
And we want all your waltzes. First Brent, then me, then Brent, then me again, that's all. Promise?
I just love to.
And now, on the eve of a new millennium, what as yet unknown technical breakthrough will Gone with the Wind encounter next? Well, there'll be something, because, after all, Scarlett, tomorrow is another day. For today, Jim Brown, NBC News, on the steps at Tara.